more meaningful are games against the Edmonton Oilers, given the history the last couple of years?
For us, I would say that we would feel the same against any of the teams that we've played in the playoffs, right? There's a history there, and we've had a pretty good run, and we get more wired up for Vegas games. It's just both teams, because they've played so much hockey and they've had so much success in the playoffs just to get to the final. You get to this time of year, you're looking for some juice. Like it is a different challenge for our teams, but we'll bring it out in each other. So we'll probably very much like the energy and intensity both coaches will in this game. It kind of comes natural to them. It's a challenge to find that when you've played as much hockey as both of these teams did. It's not a lack of character. It's hard. It's a hard league. It's hard to drive yourself every day to get to that level, especially when you have that expectation, right? You have that kind of skewed perspective that every game should look like game 6. It's not human. It's not possible. So, but we'll bring it out in each other tonight.
I was having a conversation with Brad Marchand, and he mentioned that after your team lost Game 4, there was just this overwhelming confidence that you were going to win Game 5 and kind of take over the series. Is there anything that stands out to you about that you remember?
Well, I like hearing that because he probably felt better than I did. Yeah, I mean, when you're pretty sure what you're going to do, when you're very sure what you're going to do, you worry about the result less. We kind of, after we lost that game, we knew exactly how we were going to play, what we needed to do in Game 5. But even with that, this name may not be completely true, but this is true. One of the best games that we ever played against Edmonton was Game 5 in year 1, and we lost that game. But that was our best 5-on-5. You know, we were up 3. We're home now. It's Game 5. We have all the energy in the world. We played an incredible game and lost it. They scored a 5-on-3 goal, 5-on-4 goal. Gave up a tough one off a bad angle, and so that is the piece that will always grab a little piece of your confidence. You'll never be 100% confident because you can remember that game. We played as well as I thought we had played in the entire playoffs and lost. So that's how good the other team is. You know, you can play your best and lose. And the difference between winning and losing at the end is going to be perspective, because you stand behind that bench and you can find places where you could have lost every game, right? Or won every game. It's that close.
Looking at both cup clinching wins, Bob only gave up 1 goal in each game, 2 really good performances. When you look back at the total picture of these last couple of years, obviously so many guys have moments and legacies and stuff like that, but where does kind of Bob fit in the puzzle for you? How much do you think about Bob when you think about the 2 cups?
Yeah, I don't mean to be disrespectful to anybody, but the Conn Smythe winner for me is the guy wearing pads holding the cup. Just plays in every game, right? The most important person. So to Connor McDavid and Sam Bennett, awesome. But I think that one's a pretty easy sort. The guy who's wearing goalie pads holding the cup is the Conn Smythe winner.
If you guys win in 5, in 24, does Bob win the Conn Smythe? Probably, right?
I don't know. I don't know, maybe you get old, but my memory's not I remember Sergei having, I guess what we'd say is we would ask our goaltender to win 1 game a series, right? That'd be all about the idea that if you're going to get outplayed in a game and your goaltender has to win you 1 game, well, he's pretty close to 2 in almost every one of the series that we played. And that's, so even if you have an off night or you get taken out of the net or whatever, just because it's 2 months, put a lot of pressure on one goalie over 2 months. If you get to that 2 where you're the best player on the ice for 2 of your wins, yeah, you're critical. Sergei, I'm trying not to be. I'm trying not to exaggerate. I think what we do with Sergei Bobrovsky, I think, happens to Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. You're so used to greatness, you underestimate it. You become desensitized to how great they are, because you see it all the time, and then again your perspective gets skewed and you expect it to happen every time a guy shoots the puck. Well, how did he give that one up, right? I can't believe he got beat, or I can't believe he didn't go through all 5 guys and score. It's just not real. That's how good they are.
Coach, one of the top stars of the Edmonton Oilers is Leon Draisaitl in the league, of course. What is for you the most important
just the power of it, right? You don't see men that strong with that fine of hands. You know, usually the standard idea of power forward is more bull, not quite as much skill. Yeah, like the things that he can do with the puck, the angles that he scores from off his weak side. Not, I don't know, is there anybody else who does that in the league? But his power, and then, God, he plays big man, plays a lot of minutes every night, all playoffs. Like his endurance, his power, his strength, and then he has these incredible hands. Would be the thing I think I appreciate the most.
Back to Samuskevich, 100 games in the league tonight. How much have you just enjoyed kind of how he's got there? Obviously, he goes in the fourth line early, loves it, learns all the hard stuff, and now suddenly he's a top 6 guy in the league too.
Yeah, I enjoy that part the most, right? Right from when you get some players out of college, it makes great financial sense for them to say, I'll sign with you, but you've got to put me in a game. Because that burns a year of their entry-level contract, which means they get to their first restricted free agent contract early, which it's a really big. Mackey said, I'll go wherever you want me to, and I'll play wherever you want me to play. So he went to Charlotte. That's such a good sign, right? Like, do the right thing. And then he's a skilled, fast player. Usually those guys come into teams and they're kind of gifted top 6, maybe top 9, maybe top 6, and they put up a lot of points. And again, financially, that's really good for them. It's not necessarily caused the team to win anymore. He didn't do that. Fourth line, fine. I'll play wherever you want me to play. And he works his way to the third line. Right now he's playing with Marshy and Lundy, and he's earned every single thing that he's got. He plays hard, he competes, he doesn't cheat the game. He's involved in all that we do. If it's a back check, he's back checking. If it's a battle on the boards, he's battling. He's got some good hand skill. We think he's just going to keep growing and get better. But I think Mackey will hit his prime much earlier than other young skill players because they don't figure it out till they're 28 or 29 that you got to play hard on both sides of the puck. He's got that figured out. That's great for him, but great for us.
Do you see some, I know it's early, and do you see some similarities between Mackey and Jack? Similar as far as
Well, Jack
he didn't want to burn the ELC. He took
Yep.
this is his first year. He played 3-4 years in college.
Yeah.
A little more mature.
Really, really similar in their attitude toward doing the right thing and prepping themselves and preparing and be willing to be patient with their career. You do. I mean, we're not drafted in the top 5, so it's a little bit different. But you see a lot of these young players come in, and they have a fairly high expectation of the opportunity they should be given. And if they don't get that, they're looking to go play somewhere else where they can. And these guys are at the opposite end of the spectrum. They wanted to play here. They understand the players that are in front of them. They want to do all the right things and learn the game the right way. So they're awesome to work with. And we think we got 2 really good players that are going to be good for a long time. It's going to take them a little longer than people, so people won't notice because they're not going to get top 6 minutes in power play time handed to them. So they're going to take their time and earn that. By the time they've earned it, their whole game's going to be rounded. And then they're going to become really important players for us.
Thank you.
Sergei, please.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. Yep.
Thanks very much.
The other one.